This episode is brought to you by Schismatic Industries. Schismatic Industries is gi and no gi jiu-jitsu apparel. You can check out their apparel at www.schismaticindustries.com, which is spelled SCHISMATIC Industries. You can also follow them on Instagram at schismatic_industries and check them out for the best gi and no gi jiu-jitsu apparel. This episode is also brought to you by Guardian Oil. You can follow them at www.tryguardianoil.com or follow them on Instagram at handle tryguardianoil. Guardian Oil is a spray, a cleansing spray you can use before or after training, especially in the grappling department, to keep you clean, keep your skin healthy, soft, and clean from infection and germs.
I'm a champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Good morning.
I see you sitting in my money just now.
I
see you sitting in my money just now.
I did. It's true.
I just woke up. Did you just wake up?
Yeah. It was a late night.
Yeah, it was a late night. And apparently we lost an hour.
Oh, shit. Maybe that's why, too.
So, well, no.
Is it daylight savings?
No, I mean, we gained one. Sorry. So it's really 10 o'clock. So we got extra sleep. We're just lazy as fuck.
Dude, but it's fall backwards. So you lose
Exactly. No. We repeat the same hour twice. We don't jump an hour.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah.
So we really got an extra hour of sleep. We're just being lazy.
Damn.
Yeah. Which is, I felt hungover.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Those non-alcoholic beers.
I didn't have any beers, alcoholic or non-alcoholic.
What was your beverage?
Like I had it. Well, I guess I had cherry Coke.
All right.
Yeah.
My dad really likes cherry Coke. You know?
Who doesn't?
That's true. Who doesn't?
But I'm a cheap bastard, so I got Cherry Sam's Cola, bro, for 68 cents at Walmart.
Dude, wow.
Yeah.
Tastes the same?
I think so. Well,
dude, everyone's always like, oh, I can tell the difference. I don't believe people. The only way you can tell the difference is if, like, you're a purist. Like, if you only drink one.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You can get a 2-liter of Walmart brand soda for 60-something cents. I don't see why would I spend $1.70 or whatever.
Well, if it hits you, you know.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the best the off-brand, God darn it, what's the actual cereal called? Golden Grams. Dude, the off-brand one is literally
Sugar Smacks.
No. I said the same thing.
They're the same thing.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about a whole different cereal. The ones that it kind of looks like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I don't know. Apple Jacks.
No, I forgot what they're freaking called. Anyways, the let me see what they're called. I think they're called, the Walmart ones are called Honey Toasters or something like that. They're literally much better, and I learned this the hard way.
You did a taste test?
No, when I was living in Washington with the Tabers, shout out to the Tabers. When I was living there before I get Honey Graham Toasters. Those are what they're called.
Show me the box.
Okay, can you see that box?
Yeah, so it looks like they're ripping off Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
But it's not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's another version. It should say compared to whatever. I think it's Golden Grams.
No,
Let me see.
Golden Grams are what Honey Smacks are.
That's what I thought too. I had this argument with my roommates, and it's another grams, I think. Golden grams.
Jeez, man, you've had a lot of cereal beefs.
Yeah. No, see, you and I have the exact same thing. So this is golden grams.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I
Golden
said the same thing.
Crisps. Golden Crisps.
Crisp. I said the same thing. And then my roommate's wife Danielle was very nice about it, and even though she was wrong and I was being like belligerent, I was like, I'm telling you, I know this because I was a Honey Smacks guy. I thought they were better than that crappy Golden Grams.
Yeah,
Right?
Golden
Turns out
Crisps.
Golden Crisp, yeah. So anyways,
I was
so
a
I'm
Honey
like,
Smacks guy too. Anyways, that's why I don't really know the name.
yeah,
All I looked for was Digger the Frog, bro.
the frog, yeah, Honey
Yeah.
Smacks all day.
Yeah.
And then it definitely makes your pee smell like that, 100%.
100%. Did we have this
100%.
conversation before?
Probably at your house eating Honey Smacks. Most likely.
Yeah.
But okay, so they had the off-brand kind, the honey toaster smacks, whatever I just showed you. And I'm like, man, that cereal's good. And then, I think I ate like the last of it. And then I was going to go to the grocery store and get more. And I'm like, well, I'll be the generous guy. I'll get the name brand. I got the name brand, which was substantially more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was the first one to eat it. And I was like, what is this? And then I like said something to them. They're like, oh yeah, the other one's like much superior. And I'm like, yeah, like what in the, I don't even know what's going on here. This is blowing my mind. This is literally the name brand. And they're like, yeah, we've known this for years. Yeah, it's definitely not as good. I'm like, that's crazy. This is a cereal I still buy to this day. It's the best cereal in the world.
And it's by Walmart.
And it's by Walmart. Well, I think they have it in other stores too, but yeah, it's like the Fruit Loops knockoff is whatever you call them, Fruity Loops or whatever, Fruity Circles. It's like that kind of thing, but it's better.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was going somewhere with that. I feel like there's some things I buy name brand, but I don't know. I want to get great value like tattooed on my chest.
Yeah. Be a
Um,
couponer.
am I what?
Be a couponer. Stream couponer
My
gauge.
wife does that kind of thing. 100%. She's good at it. I don't have the patience for it. I just trust her.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I got my hair trimmed yesterday.
By professional or
Yeah, I went to whatever you want to call it. I don't know, a salon, a haircut place.
it wasn't a barber. It wasn't a guy with clippers.
Hell no. Hell no.
There wasn't sports on.
No. Look, I've realized that my hair is like mostly like what a female would wear.
So it's like all you.
I'm not gonna go
and
to some
chicks
dude
hanging out in the waiting room.
I'm not gonna go to some dude who always gets fades from his barber down the street and be like, "Yeah, give me a trim." And he breaks out the old clippers, and he's all like, "Took care of
Hey
that
man,
hair
they're
for you."
trained. They're trained to do that.
I wasn't about it, man. I wasn't about it. I asked my wife,
I
I'm
like.
like,
I like.
where do you
They're
go?
really nice smelling hair salon,
And I was like, where do you go to get your hair cut?
that's
I'm gonna
like,
go
dude.
there.
My dad goes to a salon too.
That's where it's at. Although what they did to mine, I was literally in the chair for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like,
How much was it?
I $20.
All right, that's not that bad.
But when you consider I haven't got a haircut in probably 2 years, I think it's all right.
Yeah.
Most people get haircuts all the time. But I like stress. I'm like, just trim the edges, like the ends, the most.
Did it?
Yeah. And she was like, I get it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've been growing my hair out for a while. I have PTSD. You're gonna take too much off, and like it's gonna freak me out. She's like, nope. We have an understanding. We won't take about that much off. Your split ends are pretty bad.
This isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah, she's like, it's just a trim people do them all the time. I'm like, okay, just want to make sure. I know you do it all the time. But this is my first one, so let's take care of it here. And she did, and it feels great.
Yeah.
There's a noticeable. I haven't even shampooed yet. But I haven't showered yet today. That was yesterday. There's a noticeable difference. The hair feels good, feels soft. The ends don't feel as raggedy. They're alive now, bro. I had dead ends, they're alive now.
Yeah.
What else is in the
full of vigor.
news? Yeah, well, it's November. If you haven't
Yeah.
noticed,
Way to go.
dude, I'm tell you what, I was like pretty nervous about this November thing because I was like, I'll do it. I've never rocked just a mustache before, except for in the Navy. When you keep the little soul patch guy with it, I tell you, it's not that bad of a look.
Yeah. Really suits you as a South Carolina guy.
It kind of suits me in a weird way, and I'd say it if it didn't. I'm not being like, I'd be like, yeah, this looks dumb on me. Like I would say that.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks that. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know, but it doesn't look that bad, does it? Be honest.
No. Were people pumped down there that they beat Florida by like a lot?
I don't know, man. I haven't heard.
You haven't felt the energy of the
Who's
cutthroat talk.
they? There's two teams here. The Gamecocks beat
That's
Florida.
true. Yeah,
It's very divided here, man. With the stuff,
I bet.
it's very divided. Like you go to the store and like they have a sports section, and like one side is Clemson stuff and one side is Carolina stuff. Although I am surprised at how many we talked about this before, and you were talking about how Carolina was better for so long, but I am surprised how there's still so many Carolina like diehard fans. I figured like after Clemson got so good, everyone would just be like, "Yeah, Clemson,
They
that's my
just
team."
dropped their years and year long,
Yeah,
like they're where they went to school. Like doesn't
yeah,
matter.
that's what I thought. I was like,
Yeah,
everyone here's just going to be a Clemson
yeah.
fan, even if they weren't.
Where all their kids went to school. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, no, but they're tried and true, man. They definitely a bunch of Carolina fans down here. Probably even more so than Clemson, I would say.
It's probably on what side of the
It's
state you're in.
closer. Yeah,
Yeah,
Columbia, which is the capital of South Carolina, is only an hour and a half away.
yeah.
Kimberly, do you think there's more Clemson fans or Carolina fans here? You think it's pretty even or what? She says it's pretty even. I like to think there's more. Oh, I don't like to think. I couldn't give a shit, but it seems to me like there's more Carolina fans.
Makes me feel good in the morning when I walk around going, probably even amount of Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, pretty
Clemson
much.
fans. Well,
Yeah.
guess we can get into it.
Let's get into it.
Dude, you know who I want to start with?
Who do you wanna
Did
start
you
with?
watch all of them?
I didn't watch all of the prelims.
Did you watch Chris Barnett?
Was that the big guy?
Yeah, that landed
Yes.
the spinning back kick.
No, actually, no. I gotta be honest. I saw his post fight interview. And that was it. I watched when I was watching.
Oh my God.
It was his post fight interview. I didn't see the knockout.
Dude, if he keeps doing that stuff, the next star. He's
Think so?
hilarious. Yeah.
He was the guy. Okay, so let me make sure I got it. He was the guy on the mic that was like he could have been in the UFC like 10 years ago.
He was the
Some
guy that was yelling, like, that was giving all the time to his opponent because his
Giving all-
opponent retired.
Oh, I think I got it right. I don't know, but he was. I don't remember. Whatever. Anyways, walk me through
Yeah.
it. So walk me
So
through it.
he had he just is like this guy that looks like off the street, does not look like a fighter at all. He's got like a pretty big belly, like for a heavyweight, like pretty big guy, but is super agile and has these freaking kicks. And he landed a spinning back kick knockout.
Oh wow.
And it was pretty. And then he did a front flip.
What?
Yeah. I was
Interesting.
just like, all right.
Maybe the
this guy's-
first spinning kick knockout in the heavyweight division history.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It was crazy.
Interesting. Well,
And then
think I'll get somebody next?
he started 6 knockouts in a row.
Really? That was a 6-1?
No, I'm saying once that knockout happened, the next 6 fights were knockouts.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
He started the trend,
Gotcha.
which is insane.
Yeah, it was super insane. The card from top to bottom was even the prelims I didn't watch. I heard about them. The first one, actually, I have the card pulled up. The first one I really remember is Alex Piqueta, but I think I probably watched ones before that.
You didn't watch Shabazem Imanov?
I did not watch Shabazian. No, I seen a bunch of memes, so I assumed something funny happened. There's a
No,
bunch of
he just got fucking demolished.
well, there was memes of like these jack dudes with no neck, and it was like Shabazian defending the guillotine.
Yeah, he had him like super tight. He had him like super tight like 4 times, and he just didn't tap. But then eventually he got freaking pretty brutal ground and pound until they
Oh,
stopped it. Yeah, Imanov
shame.
looked really good. Like really
It's
good.
crazy, man. Because Shabazian came in with so much hype.
Mhm.
So much hype.
He's still
And-
only 23 or whatever, but
Yeah. He might be younger than that. But that's something.
Imanov's 26. Like, so
Yeah. Now they got the same record too.
yeah.
I don't know, man. Sometimes the UFC pushes these guys too early.
Yeah.
Which, guys like I guess I can be cliche and use like huge stars, but guys like Adesanya like took the long road like on purpose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like, "Hey man, like you already have a super decorated like kickboxing background. Why don't you come to the UFC?" And he's all like, "Yeah, like let me fight in these like smaller promotions first. Let me get my MMA feet wet, and then I'll come over." You know what I mean? He didn't come over 0-0 as an MMA fighter. He could have,
Yeah.
but he didn't. And then who's the other guy that did that? Yuri Prohaska, I think. Yuri Prohaska was like, they tried to get him in the UFC years ago. And he was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll come over when my time's ready. Shabazian came in and like, I mean, maybe it was just his first high profile fight, but like his first fight in the UFC, to my knowledge, was Brunson, who's like just known to end everyone's hype. That's like what he does. So I think this might have been Shabazian's first fight since Brunson. Can you pull that up for me?
Sure
Or
can.
did he fight one in between and I'm missing it?
No, he lost to Jack Hermanson.
Right. And I actually picked Hermanson, I think.
So yeah, so he's on a 3-fight losing streak now.
Yeah, not good. He was 11-0, and now he's on a 3-fight skid.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. He's probably a nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's had quality opponents. It's not like he's losing to losers.
No, tough. Yeah, no, good point. I did see. Okay, sorry. This is the fight I was talking about. This was the fight I saw the interview with. That makes way more sense now because I'm like, how could I have seen that Barnett interview and not seen the Shabazian fight? Chris Curtis, Phil Halls. This was the first fight I turned on.
Yeah.
And Phil Halls was whooping his ass.
Yeah, I was pissed. I bet on Phil Halls.
Or did I say Chris Halls? Phil Halls.
Yeah.
Was whipping his ass. And then like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like
Just got
completely one-sided fight.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, he's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna get knocked out. And it's like, oh no, the other guy.
Yeah, it's just anything can happen.
Yeah, this was the guy. It was like he should have been in the UFC. I don't know his whole story. Maybe if he gets super, super, super popular, I'll care. But
I feel like he won on a fluke. So
yeah, probably. But I think they were saying like he's got a wild story. He could have or should have been in the UFC like years and years ago. This was his first fight. So good for him. And then Ally Quinta just getting embarrassed, kinda.
yeah, dude. It's pretty fast.
Bobby
Green though. How many times has Bobby Green fought this year?
I don't know. Bobby Green's tough though.
1, 2.
He's kind of annoying, I think, but he's tough. Like
you don't like his like
him on the
positive
mic.
messages?
I guess I can't.
Dude, you don't believe you can do everything? You do anything you want.
Is he talking to me? Because he said you sitting on the couch, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was just
drinking my Sam's Club soda.
I'm drinking my Sam's Club cherry soda, son. Yeah, with my mustache.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Like he gets real almost too into like being real serious and like trash talky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I heard it on an interview. I think it was with MMA Island or something. Some interview. It was probably not as superior as one of ours.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I can't believe Ally Quinta said he's going to get a flawless victory against me, which he brought up in the post-fight interview. And he was saying that in some random interview. He was like, he's going to have to see me. And I'm like, no offense, but it's not like that high profile of a fight. You're taking this.
Yeah. And like, what else is he supposed to say?
That's true, I guess. I mean, to him, obviously, it's the most important fight, and it should be. But I'm just like, it's kind of cheesy, man. Like, no one's that excited about this fight. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical, man. Maybe I'm just, all this niceness you see at exterior, there's got to be some cynical insides,
Yeah. You're
like the
dark, bro.
like I hate confrontation. I'm like, whatever, man. Just okay. Let's just,
You can have the parking spot.
well, no, I don't. No, I park as far away from anyone as possible. I park in the back.
That situation doesn't even happen to you.
No, I park at
Never
the
could happen.
back of the store. I park
Just
far.
to make sure.
There's no cars by me, dude. My wife gives me crap out all the time. I park so far away. I want no one near me. It's not like it's that far of a walk. I get so angry at other people. So I'm talking about the cynical next time. On the exterior, I'm smiling. On the interior, I get furious. I'm like, these idiots are just driving around,
wasting
closer
minutes.
spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got half my grocery list already just by parking far away.
You're still in the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't like waiting, man. And okay, so short story, and then we'll get back into it. So in the military, there's this thing called eggs to order. I don't know if you're familiar. I assume you're not. There's this thing called eggs to order, and my wife would know a lot about this because she was a cook. And you get like your regular stuff that's on the line. Like you stay in line with your little tray. They put the little shit on your plate, and then you can go off to the side thing and get eggs to order, where you're like, I want 3 eggs.
Scrambled.
I want them scrambled. Well, scrambled, I think you can get on the line. It's more like an omelet kind of thing. Like, and then you tell them what you want in it. You can get ham in it. You get it's like a specialty like omelet order for you, basically. But they got to make one of those at a time, and it's specialty to you. And there's always like a line of people, and it's like quite the wait.
Yeah, not for you.
I literally didn't do it once in my career. And I would go to chow, as we call it, with my friends, and we'd stand in line and bullshit. And then when it comes to we get everything on the line, and they're waiting for eggs order, I'm like, I'm not waiting here, man. And I'm not exaggerating. When they came back with their eggs to order, I was done eating. We passed, like we were in crossing, and I'm like, I'll see you in the burning, dude. I finished my food. I don't get it. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm super impatient, but like what I told my wife and my buddy 250 the other night after my match. I was like, I would describe my personality as good enough. Like there's things I could do that might take a little more time, might be a little better, but like if it can be done now, I'll do it now. The best example is that we've gotten this whole thing about how heating pizza up in the oven is so much better. And I'm like, I'm not even saying it's not, but I can just do 30 seconds in the microwave and my pizza's eaten while your oven's preheating.
Man, wow.
I'm like, I'm if I want pizza, I'm gonna eat it. It'll be done now. It'll be done right now. Maybe the quality is not as good, but it's what I said, good enough. That's it. I would get in these silly conversations. This started with me at such a young age too. It's kind of weird how like your personality kind of stays the same in a way,
Yeah.
Because I remember having this conversation with my grandmother, who's no longer alive, when I was probably 8, 9, 10 years old, all the way up until whenever she stopped making pizza for me, I guess. But I was like, she was like, you want some leftover pizza? I'm like, sure. And then she'd preheat the oven. I'm like, let's microwave that bad boy. And she's like, she's like, it'll be so much better. And I can't even reach the microwave. It's not like I can just decide to do this. I'm like, like put it in there. And she's like, this will be way better. And I'm like, this will be way faster. Let's go.
Hit that 30-second button.
Yeah. I'll handle it now. So same with me at Parker, dude. I'm gonna whip into the store. I'm gonna grab that spot at the end of the lot, and I'm gonna walk in while everyone else is looking for a parking spot. I don't know where in the world we're going with this. Oh, being cynical. Yeah. Yeah. I have this nice guy. I wouldn't call it an act. I think I am a nice guy, but inside there's some demons sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Have a great day. Really, I'm like, in the inside, I'm like, why the hell is this guy talking to me?
Yeah. Why did we just have that interaction?
Oh, dude. Like, what was it? I was at McDonald's the other night. Got off work late, I think, and I just ran in there. I was like, going to grab it for dinner for like me and my wife or something. And then I remember I get in the thing, And he's like, "How you doing today, man?" Like as I'm paying,
Oh
I'm
man.
like, "Good, you?" And he goes, "Man, I'm tired." And I'm like,
Oh God.
"Look, man,
I don't care.
I don't care. You're supposed to say good, and that's it."
Yeah, and then that's it. We're just doing like what's civil right now.
It's very European, from my understanding. Someone from Europe could correct me. I'm pretty sure they're like, "How you doing?" Like, "I'm having a real shitty day, man." "Oh, please tell me about it." Around
Yeah.
here, no. I don't care
Speed.
how bad your day is. I don't care if your
I
grandma
don't
just
care.
died.
Yeah.
You're good. I'm good. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Just say
asking.
you're
I'll
good.
see you later.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to follow up.
Lie to me. And, yeah, and then he just kept talking, and I'm like, "Oh no." I mean, this happened in Starbucks in Washington, where I got off work and I like ran through for like a frappuccino or something, and then the lady was like, "Oh no, I don't think it was a lady. I think it was a dude." He's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Good." He's like, "Just get off work?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, dude, come on, just let me wait here
Yeah, dude.
quietly. Just let me wait here quietly. I do not want to talk to you. I do not want to explain." And then I'm like, "I drive a truck," and I'm like, "Please be the end of it." He's like, "What kind? How
Say the
many
big
gear?
one.
How many gears does it have?" I'm like, "Dude, get me my fucking drink and leave me alone. I don't want to have this conversation. I don't know you."
But on the inside, you're just like, oh, it's a concrete truck.
You know, I was being real nice and polite. That's what I'm saying. On
Yeah.
the inside, I'm just like, I'm a demon, dude. I'm like, don't talk to me. So this is what I do at work, because I don't like to talk to people at work. Like when everyone else, if we're waiting for like loads, like people will go and they hang around the trucks, or they go sit in the break room. And I just sit in my truck. I'm that guy. I have friends, I got friends with common interests. Not to be mean, but there ain't nothing me and a bunch of 40, 50-year-old truck drivers have in common. They're going to sit around, they're going to talk about truck driving stuff. That's what they do, or politics or something. I got friends that have like similar interests as me, friends at the gym, that kind of thing. I have no interest in
Yeah.
making friends with these guys at work.
Hmm.
Again, that's the cynical. But when they see me, I smile, I wave, hi, hi. But really, I'm like, please don't walk near me and start a conversation with me. Please, dear God, don't do that.
No.
So, full circle, that's me. Like, Bobby Green's got a good point, I guess,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
just
you
don't really
guys.
care.
I can do whatever I want.
Thanks, Bobby. I don't
Yeah.
care. Get in a high profile fight and I'll care.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little cynical, but
Yeah. And then the next fight was Alex Pereira, right? Is that how you say it?
he had I think.
Pieta. Yeah, dude. Pretty impressive guy.
Very impressive.
I mean,
Yeah, he came into the sport impressive. They wanted him to do exactly what he did,
mhm,
for sure. There's a backstory. They wanted to get him as close to Israel Adesanya as possible.
yes.
100% is what they want to do. He beat Israel Adesanya twice, and one of those times was a vicious knockout. The only time he's ever been knocked out in a kickboxing fight, years and years and years
Mhm.
ago. And then he came over to MMA, and it was kind of like it's a matter of time before he gets in the UFC. And now the current champion in his same weight class is this guy. There's already a lot. Like that's what they want. They want that storyline, especially because Adesanya is already lapping people. He's doing what
Yeah.
Usman just did.
Mhm,
He's lapping everybody.
mhm.
Who's Adesanya going to fight in the middleweight division? It's going to be people he's already beaten before.
Yeah.
He's getting Whitaker again. I think I heard that term first from Usman, and I thought it was a really good term. He's like, I already passed through everyone. Now I'm just starting to lap people. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Pretty good line.
Pretty good.
Pretty good line. And he did that last night. But so Pajeda lands that crazy jumping knee
Mhm.
after getting just pushed against the fence annoyingly for 5 minutes. The crowd was not
Yeah, and
happy about
everyone
that.
booing.
The crowd was not happy about that. But then, yeah, I mean, the guy's tough, man. He looks good. He's kind, Israel Adesanya ish, probably a lot more filled out, but he's got long limbs. He's pretty lean. That was the first fight in MMA I've ever seen him do. So we'll see. We'll see if he can keep it
Yeah.
up against
I was impressed. I'm excited to see his next fight.
100%. Me too.
Yeah. Then
I
we
think
get into the main card.
yeah, as expected, The most exciting
Wow.
fight of the night, I would say.
Yeah.
Has to be, right?
Yeah. by
They're all
far.
really exciting.
I mean, they're all really good, but
the whole main
that
card
one was
was
another level.
bonker. The Usman Covington one, after like halfway through the third round, unfortunately, when it like got real exciting, it picked up the pace. Like like rounds 4 and 5 were nuts, I thought. But
Yeah.
What was I just saying? Oh yeah, so Chandler and Gaethje.
hmm
I mean, as advertised. What else could you say?
Yeah. I mean,
War.
Michael Chandler definitely lost, but I have respect for his ability to take a beating.
Yeah. And give out one, man. I
Yeah.
think most guys would have been out in round 1. Gaethje took huge shots in round 1.
Yeah.
Big shots. I was worried for the man. And
Yeah.
Chandler's got power. It's weird how Gaethje has such power and such a good chin. I feel like that's a good combo, obviously, especially a guy like Gaethje who likes to get in wars.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't last forever, though, man. You can only take so many.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of made a career on war, getting in wars.
Yeah. Before you start forgetting your kids.
Yeah.
See, how old is he?
32, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's still going. He's still got a while.
He's got a while, yeah. And he is getting more calculated. Last night took some big shots, but he didn't really take any big shots off of Khabib. He didn't take any shots off of Ferguson or Cowboy. This is the first fight in a while he's actually taken beating.
Mm-hmm.
His last war was with either Poirier or Eddie Alvarez, whichever one was most recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, as advertised, he was just a better striker, in my opinion, which I think most of us thought that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see his wrestling defense finally. Someone tried to take him down, and it's legit.
All American.
It's legit. We always hear about it. It's always like he's going to use his wrestling just so you can't take him down. But really, no one tries to take him down.
Yeah.
Dude, last night, Chandler tried quite a few times. And it was like, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Good wrestling defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one where Chandler actually picked him up, he like rolled through.
Yeah.
And, like basically ended up on top and just stood up. I'm like, damn, this guy, he can wrestle for sure. He can wrestle.
Yeah.
It's not like he doesn't wrestle in the training room. Obviously, he's wrestling in the training, but he just doesn't care that much about it in a fight. I've seen some awesome videos of him wrestling Usman because they're on the same team. It's pretty wild stuff. Dude, when he dropped Chandler with the uppercut, that was nuts.
Yeah.
When Chandler just took a seat, the Pledge of Allegiance was over, and he just took a hard seat. Could have finished it, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he went like weirdly and like didn't go for any submissions and kind of just like laid on top of it.
It was very wrestler-ish because like he kept like the front headlock, but he wasn't like looking for chokes or anything. He was just like controlling the head, keeping his hips away, and like landing some shots. But I feel like he could have just been because Chandler did have that single leg at first. And Gaethje was just sprawled out. I feel like as soon as he cleared the leg, which he did pretty early, he could have been like, get on up while Chandler was still rocked. Probably put him away, but that's the most exciting guy in the sport. It really is.
Yeah.
We call him the highlight for a reason. Like you kind of get that every time Gaethje fights. That was the first leg of Trevor Whitman's parlay.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Whitman had 3 people who went 3 for 3 last night.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. So then we get just as exciting of a fight. And the commentators put it perfectly because they're like, any other place in the car, people would be going nuts. But because Gaethje and Chandler just went to war, it was like not as exciting. But it was nuts. The Burgos-Billy Quarantillo fight. It's crazy.
Yeah. Quarantillo surprised me.
Surprised me a bunch. I thought it'd be very one-sided. No offense. I thought Burgos was going to beat the brakes off of him, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he probably won round 1. Quarantillo probably won round 1. Burgos just destroyed that leg for sure.
Yeah.
And also had a hell of a chin. Cornell landed big shots in the first couple
Mhm.
rounds, and I'm like, dude, how is he still in there? He was wearing it too. He was all beat up. And then I think Burgess round one. Burgess beat him bad round two. Burgess very one sided. And then won round three for sure.
Yeah.
Tough fight, good fight.
Yeah.
For 2 decisions in a row, after all those
Both
knockouts.
exciting.
Super exciting. What's next? Is the Rose fight next?
Cheeto. No, it's
Cheeto
Cheeto
Vera.
Frankie.
I was worried for Cheeto, man.
Yeah, I was at first, obviously.
He did a lot of damage for the bottom.
Hmm.
Tony Ferguson-ish, just relentless from the bottom. Vintage Tony Ferguson-ish. Relentless from the bottom. You still can't win around. You can't win around on your back, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless you're throwing up crazy submissions and not getting in any trouble, maybe.
Yeah.
It's still tough.
I thought it was very possible it was 2-0 going into the third.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was very possible. Yeah, these judges aren't jiu-jitsu wizards, and even if they were, it's still kind of hard to score a round for a guy who's being laid on. Like you're pretty much always going to lose those rounds. So, yeah, Cheeto split the first round. The whole first round on his back, basically. And then at the end of the second round, Frankie did a weird wobble, and it looked to me like he had like an injury. He didn't look like he got clipped. I don't know if you remember that.
Damn, so I'm just looking at the cards. Officially, there was one guy that had it 2-0, and then 2 guys had it 1-1.
I'm glad they published those. I think that's great.
Yeah, so
So
I
they
guess
put those out there.
Yeah.
So one guy
So
had
it
it
would have been
2-0.
split decision.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. In the
If he
second
wouldn't have
round,
knocked him out.
yeah, definitely. I can see that. It wasn't very clear. But then the second round, Frankie was like wobbling, but I thought it looked like he hurt, and I think like he like hurt his leg or something, like a weird tweak or something. I think they said he slipped on something. I don't know, but then they had a little bit of trash talk going on, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah, and he flipped him off. I was like, oh.
Yeah, the ref smacked his hand. That was a significant strike, I thought, from the ref. I was like, dude, he like smacked his hand very aggressively.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who had that crazy bad decision last week. And they were like, that guy should never ref again.
I don't remember.
I didn't see the fight. Actually, it was on the prelims, but they were like, maybe it wasn't on the no, I think it was on the prelims. I don't know. I had to watch the fights like fast forward mode because I competed last weekend.
Yeah.
They what was I saying? Yeah, it was like the new Mario Yamasaki, I guess. Like he took a point at a weird time, and then like he let this guy like. Obviously, I didn't see it. I'm just repeating information. But he let this guy take this crazy beating and like just didn't stop it. And they're like, I think everyone, including Dana White, was like, that guy shouldn't. He had 2 more fights to call that night, and they removed him. They did fill in refs. They're like, you're not refing these fights. So it must have been really bad. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did all that talking for no reason. But how about broke Cheeto Vera's finger? Cheeto Vera flips the bird, and he like gives a little smack and a little twist. I don't know.
Well, it didn't affect him.
No, I thought it was a little uncalled for. But
yeah,
you can be like, hey, stop. You don't like smack a dude's hand away. Like you're like an aggressive teacher in the 90s, you know?
A nun with a ruler.
Yeah, exactly. Like, chill out, dude. Also, who cares? This pay-per-view. Who cares?
Yeah.
You can curse, you can show middle fingers.
It was like freaking midnight at that time.
Yeah. I think the rule is once they go pay-per-view, everything's cool. Like they don't bleep out the bad words. Like once it's paid for. Pretty positive that's kind of how it works.
Yeah,
which is kind of silly.
Exactly how it works.
It's kind of silly. If the fights are on late anyways, like whatever. I don't know. But Cheeto wins with a crazy, you called it. Vitor Belfort, Anderson Silva.
Yeah, freaking front kick. I haven't seen one in a while.
Face planted, dude. Face planted. So Travis said he thought the stoppage was a little earlier. I don't see how. If you land on your face, man, you're clearly not out. That's not like a natural way to fall.
Yeah.
It's not good. You just land face forward with your arms out to the side. It's not good. Well, that was an okay stoppage. Frankie wasn't happy about it. And it's a shame because Frankie's in New York City. You know, he's a Jersey guy, Matt Serra guy. Like, actually, he might not be a Matt Serra guy. He has to be a Matt Serra guy. I think he's a Himzo dude. Home crowd for sure. I'll put it that way. And, you know, 40 something years old, 40 years old, something like that.
Mm,
Not looking good. Oh, well, he did look pretty good in the fight. We could say, yeah, Chito Vera's 28 years old, man.
yeah,
Up and coming dude. But yeah, he definitely got knocked out in the third round, which put us at 3 for 3 for bets.
did. Then came the one that I was pretty nervous about, honestly.
I wasn't until I was.
Yeah. So Rose versus Weili Zhang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought the first rounds were making me nervous.
Willie's tough, man. She really is.
Yeah. But I think I didn't know, even going into the third, I was like, I don't know who won the third.
No, I didn't know. When the whole fight was over, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I knew that. So Rose definitely won the championship rounds. I thought that was pretty clear.
Yes, it's a matter
He
of
won 4 and 5.
Yeah, it was a matter of is it 3-1 or 2-2, basically.
Mhm.
There's no way it was. Someone gave Rose 4 rounds to 1, which is
Yeah.
ridiculous, absurd.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, whenever I heard that, I was like, I don't know who's
Yeah.
gonna win now.
That's rough. That's real rough. 4 rounds to 1. You know, Rose didn't win 4 rounds.
She would
There's
have
no
gave her
way.
2, 3, 4, and 5. She didn't win round 1.
No. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad judging. It was 3-2 somebody, you know, regardless of how you look at
Mhm.
it. It was 3-2 one of them, obviously. But it was not 5-0 or 4-0, 5-0 or 4-1, either chick. But I
Yeah.
think the decision was okay. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Weili though. 3-2.
Yeah.
Not 4-1. That's crazy. No
Yeah.
one won 4 rounds out of those 5.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't want to say I told you so, but I said after the second round, I'm like, dude, if Rose takes her down and ends up on top, like she's set. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought she was clearly the better grappler on the ground, and that
Mhm.
was her on her back looking impressive. I'm like, man, if she ends up on top, Whaley's screwed. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, she's clearly
Yeah.
superior.
And she
Like
finally did it.
yeah, she was the superior grappler on the ground. I thought that was pretty evident. I mean, Whaley landed good shots, but she was good. She was setting up submissions. She was chaining some submission attempts, and she was good at getting back to the feet, and she was good at creating distance and landing up kicks. So I'm like, she's clearly like I think better down here. If she could end up on top, I think Whaley's in big trouble. And that's
Mhm.
finally what she did in round 5, 4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
4, Whaley took her down or whatever again, and then she had her back. Rose turned into her, kind of ended up in the closed guard, finished the round on top, right? That was 4.
Mhm.
And then she shot in for that takedown early round 5.
Mhm.
And then just stayed on top and landed some decent shots on top.
Yeah.
Whaley was pretty good about retaining her guard because Rose would pass to at least half guard, and then she would get back her full closed guard. Whaley would, but it was a good fight. It was entertaining, and when you got money in the line, it was nervous.
Mhm.
Because it was like I don't know, man.
And then we got the dub there, so we hedged.
We hedged.
We
Thank
hedged,
God.
baby.
I think
Throw
I've
the
been doing it.
hedge.
I think I've been doing it
Dude,
backwards, man.
You
I
were
think.
confusing the shit out of me when you were like,
Sorry. I still think I did it
bro, the
backwards.
money's in there.
Here's what I think we should have done, and this is where you know I'm like a betting white belt. I'm trying to up my game.
Yeah.
When we do a parlay like that, should we have parlayed the favorite in the main event so we can hedge the underdog?
Yeah, like you could
Like
yeah,
if we
but
had
then your
Usman,
payout's not gonna be as good. So
even if okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
you know,
Like if the underdog wins and you have him in the big parlay, you
yeah,
get
you're
way
gonna make
more.
so much money.
So we did it right, you think?
Yeah.
And then you
We
hedge the
made it
favorite.
worth it.
Yeah, and then you hedge the favorite.
Made it worth it where you can hedge the favorite and you're still gonna win some money, but if the upset happens, you're gonna win a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. So then maybe I did have it right. Yeah. Because that was my whole thought going into it. When I picked Colby, because we might as well talk about it. You and I both had Usman winning. You know,
Yeah.
I posted my picks
It's a
on Instagram.
business decision.
It's a business decision. I posted my picks on Instagram and I picked Usman as the winner. I thought Usman was going to win the fight. But when I was making the parlay, I went with my brain all the way up to main event. And then I was like, Colby's such a dog. And I did think like he could win. Like he's very good. I was like, let's put him in the parlay, and then I can hedge and not feel so bad about it because I really think Usman. I really think Usman wins anyways. But if Colby wins, we get a good payout. So that was my logic because I did predicted Usman to win. You and I talked about it. We both thought Usman was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my whole. It was a business decision, as you said.
Yeah.
So Rose wins. I don't know if I call it a controversial decision, a close decision.
No, I thought she won.
Okay. Yeah, I thought she probably won too, but dude, I gotta be honest. If I was doing the scorecards, I don't think she would have won.
I know that's what, but I
Because you
think
can't look at the whole
I
fight.
hold more weight. Yeah, which sucks is I hold weight on the championship
I know
round.
you
In the
do.
fight too, she clearly won. So
She did, and those should be the most important. But you can't score them differently. You know, like
yeah.
you have to turn in your scorecard at the end of each round.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm being completely honest, if I had a pencil and paper and I had to score that fight, I'd probably have it 3-0 going into 4 and 5. I think I would have.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm glad I wasn't one of the refs. So
Yeah.
there you go. Or one of the judges. So then we get, in my opinion, the best rivalry in MMA today. Like these guys they were super fun and exciting the first time. The hate for each other. This time was just more intense, honestly. And we got a great fight again.
Yeah.
The first, I don't even know which one was better. The first fight had better rounds 1 and 2, but I think this fight had better rounds 3, 4, and 5. Crazy fight. Usman's striking is just way too good now.
Dude, Colby was 0 for 11 in takedowns.
He got a takedown for sure.
That's what Google says 0 for 11.
Yeah, the stats guy. Did you not listen to commentary? The stats guy. DC was going back and forth with the stats guy in the truck, and he was like, he didn't have control long enough. And DC was like, no, that was definitely a takedown. And he was like, both the knees were on the mat, and he had control in the back. He goes, that's 2 points, kids. That's 2 points every time. That's a takedown. I think it was round 4. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then I watched Usman's post-fight interview with Lorisenko. And Usman, who they always say, and I guess it's true, takes a lot of pride in that 100% takedown defense. Usman said, he goes, I think the son of a gun got a takedown. He goes, I think it's over. And they were like, and she was like, yeah, DC and the stats guy had like a back and forth, and they didn't count as a takedown. He goes, I'd have to rewatch it again. It was really close. He goes, but I think he took me down. I think he got it.
Wow. So it's confirmed. He got one.
Definitely had one. When he spun around and had that body lock from the back, and they were standing up, and he drug him down. They were both on the mat for a couple seconds, and then Usman stood back up against the fence. That's a takedown, man. It's got to be. Forget what the numbers say. If Usman's the one saying it, he could have been like, oh, wait, they didn't count it? Oh, yeah, that motherfucker didn't take me down.
Yeah.
But he was like, no, he was honest. And Usman is a great champion. He's a fantastic champion. He had nothing but respect in all the interviews after. He goes, that's the next best guy. And he had something that was really intense. Not intense, but it was really powerful message, I thought. Screw Bobby Green's message. He said, Colby Covington is just in the wrong era. He goes, he's fantastic, and he'd be the best guy in most eras, but there's a guy who's better.
Not me, baby.
Exactly. I don't know, man. So now, okay, so the scorecards were 3-2, 3-2, 4-1. That was pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it.
Yeah.
Trying to find it.
I just told you. I remembered. 48, 47, 48, 47, 49, 46. So it was 2 people gave it 3-2 Usman. And, Usman was landing some pretty intense, like his shots seemed to matter more. But when you look at the whole fight, it was pretty close. some
Yeah.
people on Instagram were saying they gave it 3-2 to Colby. I didn't think
Really?
Colby won the fight. Yeah, I didn't think
No.
Colby won the fight. I thought it could have been because Colby turned it up in 4 and 5. He probably won 4 and 5. He definitely won 5. I would say easy.
So the one judge gave Usman 5.
I don't see how he gave Usman 5.
2 of the judges gave Usman 5.
Really? I thought 5 was
Yeah.
Colby for sure. So
They
they gave
gave
Colby 3 and 4?
Colby 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Interesting.
Dude, all the judges have different fucking. It's like
That's
so
weird.
crazy how every judge, like even the rounds that we think, like usually the judges, when you look at the scorecard, that's not even what happened.
See, then
So
maybe
one judge scored Usman 1, 2,
easy. Yeah.
1, 2, and 5. Another judge scored Usman 1, 2, and 3.
That's what I would have
Another
scored.
judge scored Usman 1, 2, 3, and 5.
I would have gave Usman 1, 2, and 3 most likely. Colby
Yeah.
started to come on at the end of round 3. Don't think it was enough to win the round. And then I think fucking earbud.
Yeah, so
I
no
think
judge
he won
gave
4 and 5. No judge gave
every
Colby
judge
5.
no
One
judge
guy.
gave every judge gave Kobe 4. One judge gave Kobe 5, 2 didn't.
Man, see, I think I'd score it way differently. I think I would have probably done Usman 1, 2, 3, Colby 4 and 5. That's what I
Yeah.
think I would have done.
Yeah, that's what's weird.
2 is shoot. 2, I'm surprised wasn't a 10-8 on anyone's scorecard.
Yeah,
He dropped him twice. Almost finished him.
yeah.
Big drops. Big drops. Almost knocked him out in round 2. And then it was weird, man. Colby just started to come after him later, which is usually weird. You think he'd do that from the get-go.
Yeah,
He was pretty hesitant at first.
maybe he thought his gas tank was deeper.
Yeah, I'm sure he always thinks that. And it usually is. Usman doesn't get tired, though, either. They both have crazy gas tanks. I think he needed to be more reckless, and I think that's what he was doing later. You know, he was fighting a very technical striking match with Usman, and Usman's the better striker. That's not necessarily a good idea. He did throw some wrestling attempts, which was good, I thought. And then he just got a little more careless and threw a little more stuff in the later rounds, and it made it, for one, more exciting, and for two, I think he landed way more.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think he won round 5. I'm very surprised no one else gave him round 5. I thought he won round 5. I did.
One judge did. You and one judge have the same.
Me and one judge. What do you think round 5? Because that's the one that's most.
Yeah, I thought Colby won.
I thought he did way more. There's a couple times he had big moments. I don't really think Usman did. I don't know, man. It was a good fight, though. I do think Usman won the fight. I'm not. Don't get it twisted. I wouldn't have scored that fight for Colby to win it. In fact, I would have scored round 2 at 10-8. I would have given 2 drops. Is huge, man. It's huge. 2 knockdowns back to back.
Yeah.
Almost getting him out of there. Big trouble. I don't think we see enough 10-8s anyways. I would have given Usman 10-8 for that round. So there's in no reality would I have given Colby the win. But it was a fantastic fight.
Yeah.
What a night.
Great card.
I'm hungover from excitement. Fantastic card.
Yeah.
And it lived up to the hype because it was probably the best card of the year, like as far as name value, you know. Like especially it's crazy because Gaethje and Chandler opened the card, but when you first seen it, it was weird. But it was because of Trevor Whitman.
Yeah.
Had 3. He didn't really want to coach 3 people back to back to back to back. But when you looked at the build up, it was that's a good name value. Shane Burgos, he's exciting. Oh, Cheeto Vera and Bernier, that's pretty good. And it's like, then you get Justin Gaethje Chandler. It's like then you get 2 championship fights. It's like, whoa, 268 was bumping. Yeah, but it lived up to the hype. A lot of times those can end up boring.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay, so next week we got Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez. That's exciting.
Yeah. Kevin Holland, Kyle Dawkins rematch.
Oh, that should be the dang main event. Well, not other Max Holloway. That's exciting.
It's on the main card, but
it is. Yeah, Felicia Spencer versus some random chick is above that. Come on now. Yeah, Ben Rothwell's fighting some other guy.
OSP.
Oh, is he on the card?
Yeah.
Oh, he is on the card. Philip Lenz. Okay. Not a bad card. Not the best card. Song Yudong's on there. He's pretty good. It's not terrible. Not terrible. I hope Max Holloway wins. Yair Rodriguez is tricky though.
Yeah. I got Holloway in that.
Me too. Me too. I don't even care enough to predict the other ones. I think Kyle Dawkins wins though.
I would like to see him win.
Me too. I think he would have won. Well, yeah, the head class.
I mean, he
The
did
head-
win, but
He
yeah.
did win. I think, and I think we might. I think we talked about it. I think the ref did the exact thing. We did talk about this
Yeah, we
because
did.
I gave the football analogy. Like
Mhm.
he might have stepped out of bounds. You don't stop it. You wait and see what happens. Then you review the tape. I think they did
Yeah.
it perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I guess. You got anything else?
Yeah, we're right at time.
Perfect. Let's end this because I gotta take a dump.
All right.
You know what I'm
Enjoy your
saying?
dump.
Happy November, dude.
Yeah. Happy
You
November.
should. Are you worried that if you shaved your beard, it wouldn't grow back? Is there like
I
a
don't
little
know,
bit of
dude.
worry there? It's
I used to
I
never rocked a mustache, bro.
well, I had this
So it's gonna
conversation
be
with someone.
shocking.
I had this conversation with someone at the gym about you, oddly enough,
Yeah.
and how your beard doesn't grow anymore. And he's
Just
like,
stays.
"What does that mean?" I'm like, "It doesn't grow anymore." And like, I went into all the details I asked you. I'm like, he doesn't have to trim his mustache. Like, he doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah,
He
just
doesn't touch it and
stays.
just stays that length. And he's like, "That's very weird." I'm like, "I know. That's
Yeah.
super
It
odd."
might get a little bushier like down here, but that's it. Like
That's so,
my mustache does not grow anymore.
you haven't touched
I
that
have
thing in 5
never
years.
touched this thing. I have not
That's-
touched this mustache in 5
That's
years. I swear to
see,
God.
that's weird. Mine,
Yeah.
my mustache would be, and you have a much better. Let's not get this twisted. Your beard is much better than mine. Like your actual beard, like much more full, much more, you know. But mine does keep growing. My mustache would be gnarly. I gotta trim this thing every week, or it hangs over my lip too
Damn.
much. You know. But anyways, I'll let you go.
All right.
All right.
Till we meet again.
Till we meet again. Thank you for sending me the money.
Yeah.
All right, dude. See you later.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
buddy. Bye.